party.
This is therapeutic smeeze. You see the lo-fi hyphy?
No.
Therapeutic smeeze. I'm going for inner peace. This should slap. Ding, bing, bing.
Yeah, we'll just like spin and
You know what I mean?
just
I don't
rotating.
know I don't know how to dance, bro, so I'll just steal Bay Area shit. Oh, shit.
Bounce.
Oh, shit.
Feel it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Movie Boys. Y'all know what it is, man. All right, this is Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. I'm Hello Marcus. I'm here with the Uso Lance, the Polynesian. You know what I'm saying? And today we are talking about last year's Red, White, and Brass, directed by Damon Fepulea'i. Before we get started, though, just want to reiterate, if y'all are watching this right now on the Polytickin Network YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We got them other shows on there, too. If you're listening to this right now, we got it under the Polytickin Network umbrella. You know what I'm saying? We got Way Back Wednesday with the Uso Lance and the Uso Seth M and some other freaking show. It's called the Polytickin Podcast. It's me and the Uso Seth.
The flagship show.
The flagship show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we in there. If you're listening, like I said, if you're listening, watching, please hit us with a like, comment, subscribe. Oh, God. That's so awkward, bro. Ew. But yeah. All of that. Leave a rating. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? But that just feels, bro.
It's fine. We're here. We're doing this.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Like us. Follow us.
Yeah.
Subscribe to these shows.
If you think this movie was good, like us on YouTube, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm tired of this, dude. The same template, bro.
Hey, it works for the people that it works for.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that works for me.
Yeah, it's weird.
That was crazy. Yeah, we're here, man. Red, White, and Brass came out last year, 2023. Directed by Damon Fepulea'i, written by I'm gonna butcher these names. Right off the bat, a lot of the cast and crew of Polynesian descent, mainly Tongan, and already awesome. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were going to say something. My bad.
I was going to say something, but I thought you were going to keep going. But I'll jump in now.
Go. Come on. What happened?
The Tongan and Samoan, languages are just, off by a little bit, but not by much, right?
Yeah.
But it sounds like a whole different, I feel like they use different letters and sounds, F's and H's and that we don't use in Samoan. So it's more difficult to pronounce as Samoans.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know. I thought you were talking about the subtitles during the movie itself. I was like, oh, it was off. I couldn't tell. But I think they looked, that was part of the movie. I'm tripping.
What? No. I mean, just pronouncing the names and stuff like that. There's a different twang.
Mm-hmm.
Being in Tongan instead of Samoan. Yeah,
like you said, more H's. Instead of just the G by itself, there's NG. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know, little things like that, right? Mm. So, yeah. Damon Fepulea'i, he directed Inky Pinky Ponky, too. I think that came out last year also.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how I recognized Maka, JP Foliaki. So it was written by Halaifo Nua Finau, Damon Fepulea'i, and Lecky Jackson Burke, starring John Paul Foliaki from Inky Pinky Ponky, Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi as Veni, Ilaisaane Green as Irene, dude. Yeah. Irene is the one, bro. Mikey Falesiu as Samisone. Real one. Lupeti Finau, Uncle Siale, hilarious. And I think the star of the whole fucking thing, Hans Falvai Jackson as Terrence, bruh.
Au revoir, cuz.
Bro. Au revoir, cuz. I was like, bro, this guy is awesome, dude. He's hilarious, bro. Oh, man. Yeah.
Definitely standout character.
Hell yeah, bro. Definitely the MVP for me, man. Box office was 2 million. I'm assuming that's in New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
I know they had screenings out here too. There were some creators who organized screenings to have them come out here and play it out here too. So
5 times as much as the tattooist.
Yeah, deservedly so, because the tattooist sucks. All right, at least Red, White, and Brass was freaking good. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good, man. Like no sarcasm. This movie's good, dude. So what's the deal, bro? What are we doing?
Yeah. So I don't know, any themes that stood out to you just before we go into plot summary and the story that you're
Yeah,
thinking
off.
about?
Oh, yep, definitely off the bat. Well, so this movie is centered around a youth group, right?
Mhm.
A church youth group in New Zealand, and already I'm just like, oh, dude, church is gonna play a part, religion is gonna play a part in this, and even funnier that the two siblings and the main character especially is a freaking pastor's kid, PK Maka. Yeah, PK Maka. Okay, pastor's kid. So I'm already like, oh shit, yeah, you're acting just like a stereotypical pastor's kid. Doesn't
Yeah.
fucking listen, goes his own way. You know what I'm saying? But always meets in the middle with their parents and shit. Like, oh my god, dude, yeah, you're right, but I am also right, and whatever.
The entitlement.
Yeah, yeah, the entitlement, bro. Exactly. So, yeah, off the bat, religion. I knew religion would probably play a little bit of a part in this
I did
because
it.
it's so prevalent in our culture.
Yeah.
The stuff with Venny, the way people clown him for being plastic,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. You know, cultural identity. You know what I'm saying? I thought those are good points to mention for the movie. But I mean, there's a lot more going on in here. You know,
Those are
community.
great ones.
Yeah, community, whether church or your ethnicity, you know what I'm saying? The togetherness of it all, they're prideful, you know what I'm saying, about their culture. And just like it was cool seeing the different representations in New Zealand, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not all that close as far as what is it? Not inclusivity, but like different, like diversity. That's the word. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Venny, at the beginning of the movie, Venny's walking down the block, then he sees the Japanese contingent putting their flag up. Then you got the Australian, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. And then he passed by the Samoans, the Chihu. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool to see for me, too. So the different melting pots of the Polynesian cultures in New Zealand and Australia is very fascinating to me because we don't have that here. So that's always cool to see. Centered around rugby at that, a huge thing in our community. Come on, bro. Come on.
This movie had it all. And and that like that spirit and that community and that power of like Tongan pride, Samoans coming together, any kind of island country coming together for their people and representation of their people, like at rugby or anything else like this is really dope to see. And this movie freaking had all of those things running at once.
Bro,
and
what?
I feel like seamlessly
Yeah, nailed
all
it,
these
definitely,
different
bro.
themes and things are being addressed and included in different scenes, same scene. So
Yeah, like
also,
it definitely hit like all the benchmarks of like a really good like a feel good movie centered around Polynesians. Like I don't know, I just love that the center of it was like this fucking Tongan youth group. You know what I'm saying? Trying to achieve what seems fucking impossible. You know what I'm saying? And he just pulled that plan out of his ass.
yo,
You
yeah,
know?
the main character is freaking all over the place.
Yeah.
Based on a true story.
Based on a true story. Tripping out before we started recording, right? I don't want to get too into it, but I mean, this is as true as it comes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give that part away just yet because it was just as much a surprise to me. And hopefully someone can confirm that because it had us tripping before we started recording. Like, what did they? Wait a minute, bro. They cast it? Nah, bro. So,
Some money casting.
yeah,
That we'll
right?
get to. Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah, based on a true story. Yeah, before we get into the story, here's the plot summary from IMDb. According to IMDb, all right, and this is a long one. When Maka and Venny fail in getting tickets for the most important game of their lives, they decide to form a traditional Tongan marching band just so they can go to the game. No one in their band of misfits knows anything about marching, and they practice using plastic bottles and tin cans for instruments. It is in complete shambles, and if they can't get their act together, they will embarrass their entire Tongan community in front of the world. However, what starts out as just a cynical scam to see a rugby game becomes a journey of self-discovery in which Maka and Venny will learn the importance of their Tongan culture, dude. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't write that, IMDb did, but that's exactly what happens in this movie.
Just like in our last review of Next Goal Wins and that historical embarrassing, like nationally, legendarily embarrassing moment of losing to Australia 31-0. The possibility of going out in front of the world and putting on an equally embarrassing performance is here for this band that knows nothing about marching and is being built on the fly. And they realize as they're entering the stadium towards the end that like there's so much riding on this because the people are there to get hyped up for their team and they're the pregame performance.
Yeah.
And if they blow it out, they could like throw the whole vibes off and Tonga could lose this game.
You know? And like from Tonga could definitely lose this game because of us. We ruined it for them. No, like that's so cool that like they place so much importance on what probably people from the outside looking at it like, okay, they're just a freaking marching band. You know what I'm saying? But then it's deeper than that, dude. All right?
It's more than just the tickets, bro.
Yeah, exactly, right? Maka, man, I couldn't tell whether that was bullshit from him or not. Like, if he really wanted to put his people on like that, you know? I mean, I guess that speaks to how well his character was written because we don't know what his true intentions are until, you know, Vinny calls him out and shit. But I don't know, man. Maka pissed me off too. Maka pissed me off, bro. Pissed me off, man.
From the very beginning of the movie, this guy is out here scheming. And we get like everyone's getting hyped up in Wellington for the Tongan community is getting hyped up in Wellington, New Zealand, because the Rugby World Cup match versus France is going to be played there in their city. So everyone's getting super hyped up in Australia. All the red flags are out. I mean, everybody, like you said, that whole worldwide contingent is out there putting up flags representing for their people.
Crazy.
But from the opening scene, we see that no one does it quite to the level of Tongans.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, people are putting up flags. Maka is on top of Venny's roof, and the whole thing is decked out in red flags, red Tongan flags. So, them getting pumped up for it. And Maka with the plan to throw a youth fundraiser at his church.
Yeah.
To try to raise money to buy tickets to go to the game and try to make it some spiritual connection is like, oh, this guy is a bullshitter.
Yeah,
like this is one of those guys. I didn't know that it was like church related.
Yeah,
going into it, so that was like seeing that whole side of Islanders and the community. I was like, oh man, this is going to be really part of the movie. And his dad's the reverend of the church. He's like, why are we throwing a fundraiser? It's like, Dad, this for the youth.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your first impressions of this Maka as we're meeting him in the opening scenes, him going through the church grounds and kind of passing off all responsibility?
Oh, I was like, dude, I know hella people who do that. You know what I'm saying? Pass off the chores to the little ones when they pass by, or just ignoring it altogether. Being like, oh no, actually, my auntie calling, I gotta go help her out. You know, that was hilarious. I've seen hella kids like that.
I gotta go help my mom.
Yeah, very charismatic. You know, people seem to like really rally behind him. They really like to listen to him, or I mean, not like to listen to him, but they listen to him. You know, he has an audience and shit. Maybe it's because, you know, as we learn later, that his dad is a freaking pastor, but also he just seems like so charismatic that he can lead his own cult if he wanted to, because he seems to just believe in his own bullshit.
He's so self-confident and believes in himself, and other people, like, they don't, like you said, like listening to him, but I feel like they end up listening to him because he's so persistent and like, gee, it's going to work out. This is how it's going to go. Everything's going to be fine. Come on, let's roll. And you're like, oh man, I know I'm going to have to do a bunch just to get this guy's dream to work out for us.
You know what I'm saying? Like this freaking kid over here doing this bullshit freaking youth fundraiser, bro. We all know it's bull.
What a terrible production, by the way.
Yeah.
It was flat. It was off. They could tell that people weren't feeling it in the crowd. Oh, by the way, Nathaniel Lees is like the head reverend.
Bro, what the hell? I was tripping out again seeing him. I was like, dude, is he everyone's pastor, bro? Like he's everybody's pastor in all these movies, bro.
nobody has that air of reverence quite like Nathaniel Lee's. Yeah. But here, instead of like a guiding, make them do what they need to do, pastor, he's like a dick. He's like, I don't like your new stuff. Oh, he says asking for money is not a good look. Like, oh man,
he's not
very
wrong.
Judgy.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong about that though. I was like,
not supportive.
Yeah, not supportive. But goddamn, I don't want to hear that from the pastor. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. I was just annoyed that he was right, and his son is a dick. Fucking, The pastor, Nathaniel Lee's isn't, he's just a typical old school, traditional Tongan pastor, but his son is just a fucking millennial dickhead.
Oh, Aleki.
Yeah, Aleki.
Yeah, who plays for some developmental team.
He dropped out of med school. Loser.
Dropped out of med school to become a professional athlete? Yeah,
I guess.
Wow, that's different. But Maka's got that charismatic, that silver tongue, that can really convince people to follow him and get them pumped up. His opening speech to that youth fundraiser.
Yeah. It's like, for all of us gathered here today, including Reverend Nathaniel freaking Lees. I think his name's Reverend Halsey or something.
Shauna? I couldn't place it.
Yeah, or Hansley, something crazy, or Hansel, whatever. For all of us gathered here today, there are only two things that matter most in life: God and Tonga. But on the sly, rugby is pretty up there too. Jesus Christ! And in 6 weeks' time, our beloved Tongan team will be playing France right here in Wellington. And it's always been our dream to watch Tonga play live and in person. So God has blessed us with this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity so that we can support our team, show our pride in Tonga, and cheer our team on to victory. Money is love in disguise, and that love will get us tickets to the game. Yo, the balls on this guy, bro. The balls on this guy to start this whole bullshit just to get some rugby tickets. And it's not even hidden well. You know what I'm saying? People try to hide their intentions and shit, but this dude is just like, nah, dude, we're doing this for these tickets. Okay? That's what we're doing here. That's
so bold.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Reverend Hansel. Nathaniel Lees. Yeah. Judgy and your jerk of a son.
So after his little speech, he gets the little cheers going on, and then they go into this terrible freaking performance of another Tongan hymn. I'm thinking it just brought me back to all the youth group performances, all the White Sunday performances. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh yeah, we probably look just like that every year.
I don't remember him being as out of tune as this freaking youth performance in this movie.
Wow, that's hilarious, man. While they're doing that, you get introduced to again Reverend Hansel. Reverend Hansel, Nathaniel Lee's character, his son, dickhead med school dropout who is on the development squad for some local rugby team, and he's taking video of him, gives you a glimpse of the type of person he is, type of character he is, the dickhead jock. You know what I'm saying? But he's also another pastor kid. You know what I'm saying? How much representation do we have for pastors' kids in this movie? A lot, bro.
Two Maka and his brother Aleki.
That's 3. I think just 3, right?
Yeah. Samson, I guess. Samson gets adopted.
He was tight too, bro. I thought he was, man, when they introduced him, I thought he was going to be, I don't know, he wasn't going to be of help at all. I thought they were going to bully him out of the room and shit.
Oh yeah, but you see how quick it turns around when they see that he can be useful to Maka. Maka's like, "Oh my friend, hello."
Yeah, right. Shook his hand.
Why didn't you tell me,
man? What?
There's little parts of this movie where it's you feel like Maka's character is not worthy of the good things that continue to happen. But he used to just talk about, like, it's gonna work out, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
The good Lord will provide. Like, you're not good, but not bad. I try to place it. I was trying to like compare it to other like not happy-go-lucky. Everything works out for me. Spins a lot.
Yeah, he's a silver-tongued devil, bro.
I'm like, what?
A silver-tongued devil that'll fucking lure you into his schemes until you see through his bullshit. It's all bluster. Maka is all bluster.
But I also thought he was funny. Disappearing behind the tables, passing stuff off to other people really showed his character, like his regular day-to-day actions. But I don't know. I was hoping to see more redeemability, I guess. But I mean, he's able to do his job and be the kind of glue that brings everything together and kind of.
Whoa! Wait, you don't think he was redeemed at the end?
No, I mean, I think in time he is redeemed. Like in that circle when they're singing out, he like he's like, okay, I don't even have to do it my way. I'm gonna do it for us, for the country, for my family, whatever. But a lot of the thing, he like constantly lets people down for himself. He chooses himself over other people instead of like the promises that he makes, and he gets other people in a lot of, I don't know. I'm sure we all know people like that, or you might know somebody like that. That's like, it's just like messing up stuff all the time, but everyone loves them. Like everyone hates but loves them.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
If you can't spot that person, you might be that person.
If you can't spot, sometimes they right here in front of your face.
Like, it's you.
Yeah, it's you. Okay. I wish I was as charismatic as him and as confident in myself as he is of what he's got cooking, but not at the expense of the people around me. So
confident.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Maka. Makwa best me off. So, what happens after that, man? What happens after that terrible performance?
They're going to try to do other performances, figure out their money and stuff. But then he ends up going to the ticket office to buy a ticket, like to get in line. He ends up being like the second person there before the ticket office opens that is selling tickets to the game for Tonga versus France there in Wellington. But he gets a call. Oh, there's like a mass luchador Tongan super fan there waiting first in line. And he's going to buy as many tickets as he can so they can be out there and represent. Another thing that happens is that he asks in Tongan if Venny is there to go watch the game, and Venny's like, what? Like, he doesn't speak Tongan, so he doesn't understand when people are speaking to him. He's like, yeah, but he's there to buy tickets, and Maka ends up calling him and telling him, bro, you don't have to buy tickets. I'm gonna get tickets. I told you it's gonna get muddy. We're doing a car wash. You're supposed to be here helping. You're supposed to be here helping. It's like, this is coming from the guy that actively avoids helping. I was like, that rich.
Rich.
But he convinces Vinny to leave the ticket office to come back down and meet up with them at this car wash.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get a ticket because he's listening to his friend who said, I'm gonna make sure to get tickets first, bro. You don't have to buy tickets. And then this comes up. Has your boy ever let you down?
Constantly. I like that as a recurring joke throughout the movie, and it establishes how close they are. I guess Maka is just always letting everybody down, but they can't help but to follow this fool. And I think he tells him on the phone call too, is like, because he calls Venny out. He calls Venny out for being at the box office because this fool Venny was lying and shit. He's like, yeah, dude, I got called into work. Then he hears everybody cheering. He hears the luchador going on.
The ticket office about to open.
Yeah. Are you at the box office, bro? Then he says something that sticks with him for the rest of the movie. He says, all of us go or none of us go. And it's kind of, again, rich coming from motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Who's all about self. You know what I'm saying? But, it's kind of crazy that he's calling Vinny out to try to get these tickets and shit, but Maka's doing the utmost dirtiest shit to try to get this, to get tickets to the World Cup. So, I don't know, man. Irony, whatever you want to call it, but,
You think he really believed that, or he was just saying that to get his friend to leave?
I think a bit of both, but I don't want to make a cop out. I sound like I'm shooting Maka some bail, but I think he believes deep down that exactly he wants them all to go or none of them to go, but he just does it in such a selfish way. You know what I'm saying? He's just he makes the party about himself, but he does want to get his people there, but maybe I don't know, maybe at the expense of his people. Yeah. Exactly, bro. It's Maka.
He's like, bro, I already got a plan. I'm gonna buy a bunch of tickets from this guy I know, and he brings in the tickets to the group. First of all, he starts stripper money in them, right? He starts flinging them up in the air, making it rain tickets, and I'm like, you shouldn't treat these tickets like that. These are really important. But they find out that they're fake tickets. They're smudged. They got misprints on it, typos. Yeah. And it's what the heck is this? Maka is what is going on? It's going to be all good. People are blaming Venny for the tickets being fake.
I expected better from you. Damn, bro. Hold on. It wasn't even me. I was trying to get tickets on my own. This motherfucker fucked it all up.
I could have bought 10 tickets. Gone with me, this whole group right here. But yeah, they're fake tickets, and he finds out that he got them from Terrence. That the wannabe gangster.
Yeah,
he's not a wannabe gangster. What does he say he is? Some G-Funk or
I forget, dude. I forget what he says when he introduces him. But, dude, what an intro to a great character, bro. Because Terrence was fucking awesome, bro. He was awesome in this movie. I forget what he says.
He's he's a gangster. He's in a gang that makes him a gangster. Yeah, that's the guy that I'm talking about. They go to his house, and he's got somebody else answering his door, a big guy answering Terrence's door.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we need to talk to Terrence. It's like, Terrence, someone's here to talk to you. Tell him I'm not here.
Yeah, tell him I'm not here.
It's and they see him, and they're like, yo, those tickets, I think something was messed up about them. They're fake. It's oh, no.
Being a real wuss about it and shit.
It's I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah. See, at least
who's being a wuss?
Well, that fool Maka was being a wuss, but with Terrence, it's at least Terrence was honest. They call him a wannabe gangster, but he's over here it's yeah, I scammed your fucking ass.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? At least he was being up yeah, I was scamming your motherfucking ass. But
yeah, they're well, I mean, that's fine. We'll just get our money back. And he's like, hey, look at me. I'm a G. This the streets. Ain't no money back guarantee. Bars. First rule of business, Toko, don't trust anybody. And they close the door. This dude's got to leave. The other guy's got a weapon on him. So they're fine, take the church's money. That's whatever.
Yeah, right. Just talking shit under his breath and shit.
Yeah. But that's the trouble that he's getting them into.
Yeah. So they regroup back at the house, and Maka's doing that thing that everybody does and shit, when they like pussy out of shit. Man, if I was just, what I'm saying, if I was there, it was just me, and I would have done. Aw, shut the hell up, bro.
It was 10 of them, bro. Yeah. It was just 1-on-1 all day.
Yeah. He's knock it off, bro. And then as they're talking about it, wait, so it was him and Venny back at the house, and then they were chopping it up, and then Rob comes in, right? That's when Rob comes in, his brother, Maka's brother, and then he said when they were mentioning $1,000, they mentioned $1,000 because that's how much fucking Maka spent on these damn tickets. These fake tickets. And then Rob immediately is you better hope mom and dad don't find out. And then she's like, Mom, just immediately Maka, bro.
Hey, why are you guys yelling?
Yeah.
Maka and Venny gave Terrence $1,000 for rugby tickets, and they can't get the money back. And she's like immediately, "Hey, Venny, I expected more from you." And Venny's like, "I wasn't even part of this. Why does everyone keep blaming me for this food?" But they decide, or mom's like, "Where does Terrence live?"
I was like, "Oh shit." Man, I thought there was gonna be like a fight. I don't know why I thought there would be a fight scene, but I really like that there wasn't one, and how it actually turned. I don't know. Like he's going to like, "Oh, you're gonna bring your mom into this," and then cue cliche fight scene between Bully and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe she'll slap him up a couple of times or whatever. But so Maka and Venny head back to Terrence's house with Maka's mom in tow, intent on getting the $1,000 back. So they go inside, and she pulls the good old Tongan mom thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she comes into the house, and you got Terrence and all of his boys around the freaking kava bowl, you know what I'm saying? They're having a sesh, you know what I'm saying? Some straight burnouts, some gangsters in there having a sesh, and then Maka's mom comes in and is just like, "Hey," and then immediately
tuck in the chain,
sit up straight, head down, you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh yeah, model. Yeah." So she negotiates the money back, you know what I'm saying, using the good old Tongan mom thing, you know what I'm saying, the respect, the culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She tells him, "You don't take from your own people." He gets the bag of money, and then she's like, "When was the last time you helped the church?" Because she's going to get interest on this.
Yeah, bro, come on.
That extra money from each of them.
Yo, that good old Christian guilt. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Catholic guilt, but then we got Christian guilt within our culture, bro.
Pony up. Help the Lord. Help the
Lord now. Or you're going to hell. You're going to go to hell.
There's a man from Tonga there living with Terrence. Mm-hmm. Samson, who's just there to work and live with Terrence and send money back to his family. And the mom's like, "Well, you're not staying here." Yeah. And like immediately adopts him. Mm-hmm. Is that common? That seems possible, right? Like I can see it happening.
Yeah, I don't know how common it is, but yeah, I agree with you, man. It's definitely possible, man. But they don't adopt them so late in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the adoption happening when they're kids, when they're babies and shit. Yeah. Samson is he's a grown ass man.
Not the age. Like the mom is just like, "You're not gonna live in these gangster house, right? You're gonna come and be a good boy over here with me. We're going to make sure the church helps you out." Samson is now an associated PK.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, that's a good question. We got to figure that out, man. Like, how often do Samoan and Tongan moms just be adopting motherfuckers off the street? Bringing them back home.
I think that's like just shows to the mom's character. Like she's willing to take somebody off the streets or out of a different house and put into a better situation, and she just wants the best for her kids and her people.
Yeah.
But now that they have the money back, they head back to the ticket office to buy tickets for, cleanly for their people, for the church, for all of them to go to the game, to find out the tickets are sold out.
Nice. Yeah.
There's no way to get in. You should have lined up yesterday like everybody else.
Like Venny did.
Yeah.
Just went over there with Venny.
Yeah. She just took that money. Yeah. Okay.
I guess there wouldn't be a movie. There wouldn't be a band. Yeah. All right, they got the tickets, and now the movie's over.
Yeah, and then they enjoy it. They see a little band on the field, and they're like, "We should start one of those."
Yeah. Oh, wow. I think there's another universe where that would be us. Imagine, folks, if there's another universe if that was us on the field. Like, yeah, I can, bro. So after they find out that they've been sold out, it cuts back to them all gathered back at the house, back at Maka and them's house, and they're watching the news of the Tongan people welcoming the team to New Zealand, getting hyped. You know what I'm saying? And then right, yeah, the crowd. Yeah, they're all bummed out because the tickets are sold out. You know what I'm saying? They've resigned themselves to watch the game from home. And then out of nowhere, they spot a Tongan marching band. You know? And then that's when Maka's eyes light up. You know what I'm saying? The schemer in him. You know what I'm saying? As much of a dickhead as he is, he's actually very smart, because I don't think anybody would come up with a creative ass plan. I mean, it's creative. I'll give him that. It's very creative, but also just a lot of fucking work that he had no, you know what I'm saying? He had no mind about. But
out of thin air.
You know what I'm saying?
A band is created.
Right. So he sees the Tongan marching band, and in a great bit of cinematography, a light bulb pops up in the background, showcasing that he's got this idea, the end all ideas, to get him and his church on, not only to watch the game, but onto the damn field. And he proposes that they all start a marching band, because it's guaranteed seats, it's guaranteed tickets to the game, and if they do it well, they can get tickets for the entire youth group, not just for the band. So
yeah. There was also a council member from the city that was going to different local communities to try to find entertainment for the Tonga game earlier in the movie, like before the youth performance from Hell was performed. But this person is who Maka is going to target to try to put this marching band on, because she needs local entertainment for the game. So he finds her, and him and Venny, Venny's like, "What are we doing here?" He's like, "Just play along, bro. It's all good." And Ara, hey, yeah, remember you wanted to find local entertainment for the Tonga.
To mention that, we actually see Aroha at the beginning after their performance, right?
Yeah, she's trying to find the entertainment. She's trying to talk to the reverends, different local communities to find the
my son. He's an idiot.
Obviously an idiot.
He's obviously an idiot.
But he's like, yeah, you didn't really ask. You didn't look hard enough, because we've got a marching band. Yeah. She's like, you've got a marching band? And then he's like, we've got a marching band?
Yeah. Does that face the entire movie?
What? Like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm plastic.
It was like, what is going on? But Maka, pitches that they have a marching band, and she's like, cool. Yeah, we'll talk about it. You guys will have to perform. You know, you'll be the marching band, because they want a local Tongan representation there. So he's talked his way into the possibility of just getting a marching band together, and getting into the stadium to watch that game. They do a little performance, and then they get to watch the game. So they're just getting in there. This is their way in, because there are no more tickets. There's no other ways to buy your way in. Right. You gotta do something crazy. So that's Maka's plan, and they get into it. He starts with the church members that he constantly lets down.
Yeah.
Gather up. Everybody, come on.
Yeah.
He shows them the tape of a marching band, and he's like, guys, this is all we got to do. Just march in a straight line, and we'll get into the game.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you serious right now?
Yeah, none of them are feeling it.
We don't play instruments.
They don't play instruments exactly. You know, they have no experience in the marching band. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Maka does his patented speeches. You know what I'm saying? Another one to rile the people up, right? He's like, everyone, greatness is in our DNA. Nar. Our ancestors once ruled the entire Pacific, Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia. And all we need to do is learn one song and march in one straight line. How hard can it be? Nar. Nar. It's actually easy, nar. I'm sorry, I just like making fun of Australia and New Zealand, bro. Nar. 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 Oh man. After his speech, when people are riled up and they want to do it, right? No, they still want to leave. I'm tripping. After his speech, they still want to leave. Like, yo, this dude is full of shit. Fuck this guy. And that's when Venny, reserved ass, plastic ass Venny comes in. He's like, if you want to go to the game, you have to join the band. Like, oh shit. That's when they all turn.
It's like right, legit bro. Now. Venny lends that, that realness.
Credibility.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's when Rob is just like, does Dad know about this? And then that's when it cuts. Yeah. What?
Of course.
Yeah. What did he say? He said it's easier. Well, he says it later, but he says it's easier to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Yeah.
Like, damn. That's not deep, but that's some scheming ass shit.
Like, we'll just do it. They'll say, we'll say sorry after. We're done when we know what the plan is.
Just fucking do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Who cares?
The dad's like, I'll think about it. They're at the breakfast table the next day, and they actually tell the dad, it's like, we're gonna try to do a band, get these tickets for the whole church. We'll be in there. What do you think? He's okay. I'll think about it. And then Maka and Venny are like, damn, that's better than a no.
Yeah, right.
I'll think about it. That's better than we should have been hoping for. He's like, I'll think about it. I've thought about it. No.
Fuck. And then that's when so the mom is just like, why can't you be more like Samson Samisone, very very quiet. The very quiet the good old, he's just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, mom, shut up. I'm your son.
Be a good boy, though. You're my son, yes, but I want you to be like him.
Yeah, like,
come on.
Why I'm definitely gonna be resentful towards Samisone. Okay.
He's hella mad at him. He's like, I should send him back to Tonga.
Yeah, he literally did nothing.
This guy.
He was just around. He was just there.
Even though the parents say no, Maka tells Venny later in their room that practice starts the next day, even though they don't have instruments. We don't have any instruments, folks.
Yeah.
We don't have any teachers. We find out that Venny played cornet in high school. And even though he played that, he doesn't see this working out. And Maka says, your problem is that you have no faith. The good Lord will provide.
You know what? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, right, from your earlier question, I think Maka truly does believe this stuff. I really think that, like, he, because we said it, right, he's so confident in himself. He's just like, dude, the Lord will provide, dude. Okay?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
He's confident in the power of our Lord.
No, I don't know about the... I think he's just confident in him and his plan working out. He sees no other option besides it working out. That's how dead set he is on shit, But I think it's he sincerely believes that, like, you have no faith in the plan, bro, because he has nothing but faith in his plan.
What plan?
Nothing. Right? Exactly. Right? What plan? Exactly. He just has faith in the movement that they're doing. He doesn't think of other things besides the end goal, which is just to get the fucking team or get the marching band onto the field and get these tickets. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't think of the shit in between. That's his fucking problem. He's a big picture guy, no detail guy. That's why Venny is his perfect balance. Literally.
Yeah. They do make a great pair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Samson is about to make it a trio. He comes inside. They find out that he has a cornet in his suitcase in his dresser.
After he tries to steal freaking Venny's shoes, I was like, dude, what the?
Those are mine. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. These are really nice. Puts on second shoe.
Dude, what? I would have been mad as fuck if I was Venny. Like, dude, nah, bruh. Nah.
No, get your shoes. Yeah, for real. I would have stood up and just took him off his feet. They see that little tiny trumpet, the cornet in Samson's suitcase, and they're like, bro, do you play? It's like, oh yeah, I used to be the band leader back in Tonga, and our band once played in front of the king.
Oh,
like,
bro.
Why didn't you say?
Why didn't you say? Oh, bro.
How you gonna lead our band? What band?
Yeah. He's like, well, problem is we don't have any instruments. And then that's when Samson's just like, dude, I know where I can get
Don't even
some.
worry about it.
Bro, I thought he was gonna like legit like just, you know, call Tonga up, you know what I'm saying, and be like, hey, all the instruments we used back then, blah blah blah, bring him down. But but it's lit. They cut to them practicing, and it's all cut up milk jugs, plastic. It's all plastic milk jugs, bottles, whatever, to simulate the instruments and shit. So really fucking silly, but hilarious and creative.
Yo, yeah, and like Samson says, he's like, back in Tonga when we didn't have instruments, this is what we used to like in place of them, and you can still get that like wind workout if you're like trying to expel air into them, and you won't get that like the sound, but it is something you can hold up and breathe through. And then so they start like that. That's how they're going to start. They're going to figure the rest out later because you know what? The good Lord will provide. And then Irene is out there.
You have no faith in the plan.
Yeah, none of them do. Irene's like, we're gonna go over here and listen to Sideshow Bob, and he's like, "What'd you say, Macy Gray?" Yeah. He's holding up a mop. He's like, "It's your twin." It's like, oh, they start fighting. But Venny is going to be the band manager, and Maka is going to be the drum major.
Drum major.
Drum major, very important.
Yeah.
Keep everybody on time. And I was like, why are you giving it to this guy? Which is what Irene's talking about. Then why is he doing it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to have the flashy, charismatic guy up front.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect roles for both of them, man. Yeah, perfect roles for both of them. So from there, they do their little training, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first of many training montages and shit.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot.
Well, they have like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, very short time. Yeah, very short time, 4 or 5 weeks. So they start their training, and they're just testing lung capacity at this point. You know what I'm saying? Blowing their little plastic
paper
instruments
balls
and shit, going on the paper balls on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just preliminary training, right? So what's going on from there? Okay. So this is the hotel room, right? After that montage.
It's a hotel room?
Or wherever. It looked like a hotel room, but I guess it's one of the boys' rooms after their practice, or maybe it's back at the church. Now that I'm thinking, that was probably back.
This is like Maka's house, like his dad, the pastor's house.
Yep, most likely. So it's they're all gathered around. Maka, Rob, Venny, and a couple of the other boys that are in the band. Probably Uncle Siale too. Hilarious. So they're watching the Rugby World Cup, the first game against New Zealand, between Tonga and New Zealand, and everybody's just talking shit to each other. Oh God, bro, PTSD, bro. I know I've said some dumb shit around the circle, around the homies and shit, and then I was just like, what the. What? So I felt
everyone's laughing, but then it stops when you say something.
Oh my God, bro! What? I had secondhand embarrassment when Vinny did that, bro. I was like, oh God, bro. Oh
yeah.
So what happens after that, bro?
Yeah, Venny tries to jump in, but he totally kills the vibes. They're watching Tonga in the first Rugby World Cup game versus New Zealand, and New Zealand is killing them. But they're really seeing the crowd and like how much activity is going up there and thinking, yo, our band is going to be out there. How big of an event is this really going to be? for us to be performing in front of thousands of our people.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob is like, yo, we're going to be out there performing in front of all these people. That's crazy. And so it starts to build on like the heaviness of at that moment, and how important it's actually becoming. It's like people are seeing, this might have just been some BS out of nowhere reach, but it's becoming more and more of a reality. We're practicing more and more every day. We're, it's becoming a real thing, and it's really starting to hit them. But as they're practicing, it's not good enough for Maka. It looks boring. So he's switching it up, right? And he's like, follow me. And he goes left. He goes right. He goes left and right and left and right. And this is causing the band behind them to run and crash into each other.
Yeah.
And showing like Maka doesn't really think about how his actions affect the team or other people. He's just like, let me show off my freaking moves over here with the baton. And this is good for everyone if I'm doing extravagant stuff when it's not. But they get into a little fight and stuff, and the reverends actually show up there at the church hall. Nathaniel leaves and Reverend Pizza, Maka's dad, and they're like, what are you guys doing? They still have plastic bottles and stuff, and they've been told they can't have a band, so they're just like, oh, we're just recycling, but they have to relocate. They can't be in the church hall anymore because now the Reverend's ears are perked up. So they have to practice outside in the field.
Bitch ass Foliaki wants to come around and ruin everything again. Right? Yeah. As everybody's out on the rugby field, they're still waiting on JP. They're waiting on Maka and I think the little kid.
Lucky.
Yeah. Lucky. As they're out there with their little plastic bottles and shit, that's when bitch ass Foliaki comes in with his little squad and shit, and just comes and starts roasting the shit out of the team, making them feel and look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, shit, I feel fucking ridiculous too if I'm on the field with these plastic bottles trying to train for
a milk jug.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I would feel silly too. So. Again, Foliaki, dickhead, rubbing it in their faces, you know what I'm saying? Just being a jerk. I was hoping someone would like give him his comeuppance, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that happened at the end, like that's cool and shit, like that's his dad, but like I wish he got slapped up a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? He made a really good antagonist. He made a really good bully. So God damn. Oh, so sorry. So after that, after he roasts them and shit, that's when they start feeling like, man, this is freaking dumb, dude. So they all start quitting.
They quit.
Yeah, they quit. Yeah, they all quit. And as they're leaving the field, Maka comes with good news. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Maka comes up with good news and he says, we've got instruments. And then they're back on board again. That's all it took.
Immediately. Yeah, they go from like, we don't want to do this anymore to, we'll go into that, middle school classroom?
Oh, yeah, they didn't know it was a middle school classroom, but I think my ears would perk up too, be like, okay, fine, this fool finally got instruments. Let's see what the hell he's about then. And then I go and find out it's a middle school classroom. That's when I'm like, okay, well, fuck, this guy led me astray again.
Exactly. It's like, I got that thing I told you I was going to get, but then you get it and it's not fully like, I guess it works, right? But this isn't what we thought you were going to give us. So it's like another kind of letdown, but it keeps them going. The training, everyone's back in.
You seem to really hate Maka, bro. I love it. Let's go.
I'm just keeping track of the times that we see just in this movie, just in this hour and 40 minutes, how many times this guy fails his people. No, just kidding.
Fails his people is way, hold on. Like he failed the entire Tongan people, bro.
Comes through in the end, though. It's all about results.
Lance a hater, dog.
It doesn't matter how shitty, how terrible, how entitled, how selfish.
Talk to a Lance.
None of that matters. You get the job done. People remember you as a hero.
Yeah, the ends justify the means, Maka. It's cool, dude. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad, dude. You made it. You made it to the Rugby World Cup. You dickhead. Oh, bro, yeah, talk about it, bro. Talk about it.
Yeah, but he gets them through Lucky. Like he needed
Yeah, for real, he didn't even do it himself. Yo, Mike is gonna drag me down with him, bro. Because I was, I was rooting for Maka a little bit. Now I'm just like, dude, you know what? He is kind of a dickhead. Oh, shoot.
But he gets them instruments, right? This empty band class and this teacher that's like, yeah, band's not very, popular anymore. She's about to get a full ass room because they fill up all the seats and they're like, are you going to assign instruments or do you want us to just grab, Yeah. But they're in there. And we see this is the next step they have a teacher, right? They have a music teacher, and they have actual, brass instruments now.
Right.
No,
I was just saying, I wish Lockie brought that up earlier that he was in the band. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
He should have brought it up way earlier before they started using plastic bottles. Like what? Lockie, did you just join the band? Or have you been in it the entire time?
No, he had to have been in it in a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, how you're always saying the band could use more? Like, there's like that familiarity, student-teacher, history. He's been saying this stuff. I got people. So, he could have, like, from the jump been like, oh, yeah, I know a place.
Yeah.
I know a place.
Yeah. Wait, how common is it to let adults just come into a middle school and
zero?
Use these? Yeah.
That's got to be, zero in the United States. I don't know if it's different overseas or... out there, it's more trustworthy or something. But you need to have an appointment to go into a school these days. You need to have a pass, someone guiding you.
Hey, this was 2011. So we got to keep that in mind. So, it wasn't even that long ago. 2011 wasn't that long ago.
It's 13 years. A long
13 years is a long ass time. A kid was born and became a teenager in that time. That's a long ass time.
It's good for this teacher, and obviously for the band in this story that they have this. And I'm sure that's what really happened, right? Like that's part of the real story.
I'm gonna assume so.
I have to assume. But shout out on that teacher for letting that happen because these guys go from horrible. They keep stepping up their levels of bad though, right? Because first they're like they can't march together, they can't do plastic sounds together, and then it's like they can't do brass real instruments together, but they keep leveling up and going up
in a short ass time at that.
Weeks.
Very short time. So after heading to Lockie's band. After that, it cuts to Maka and Venny at the stadium. They're imagining their performance, right? And so this is when a Roja comes, right? So Roja comes and lets them know that they have 5 minutes to perform and then can watch the game, but then throws another wrench in the plan saying that they have technical rehearsals for the execs to make sure that everything's up to par. You know what I'm saying? Have it be approved, whatever. Right. So, they didn't expect that at all. Yeah, didn't expect that. Of course they didn't expect that because he doesn't think. Maka doesn't think. He just does. He just goes.
Well, he's another like really confident scene from him where Venny's like trying to make up an excuse for why they won't be able to attend the technical rehearsal. He's like, we get our people together from all over the place. So, I don't think we're going to be able to it. And Maka stops him and he's like, that's cool. We'd love to. We're going to be there. It's going to be great. Right. And I'm like, why do you think that? You guys are not that good. Why do you think this is going to work? And it's like, it's going to work out, bro. Don't worry. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. Oh, man. I wish I was that optimistic about everything in my life. Like, nah, dude, don't even trip, dude. It's going to work, dude. Okay? You don't even think about it, bro.
They're super excited to bring Mafana. It's like, oh, what's Mafana? I like that. And he's like, oh, it's, Tongan energy, put it on for our people. Do you know if that's what that word means?
No,
I have no idea.
I thought he was being sarcastic, bro.
That's what I thought too. And I thought he was making up a name for something. He's
right.
like, oh, that's just,
Yeah, like when people tell you like cuss words and shit, and they mean something else.
It means hello, something like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, what the hell, bro?
But then it's used by them. It's used by them later in the movie. If we're going to bring that motherfucker up, we got to come together, bring some new Tonganness to it. Yeah. Like, I was like, okay. Need more Tongan friends.
Yeah.
So you text someone and be like, what does this mean?
Yeah,
what'd you just say about my family?
Yeah, it's like, look, I heard it in a movie. Okay, I heard it in a movie.
I heard it in a Tongan movie. It's about spirit of right.
It was a movie. It was Maka's fault.
Yeah. Then he gets thrown into the band.
Yeah, because I guess, some of the background characters, they can't make it. Job, work, whatever it is that keeps them busy, family. So Venny is now a part of the freaking band, full stop. You know what I'm saying? You're in the band, full stop. I'm the manager.
You're a manager that plays.
Yeah. Exactly, man. So cuts to another training montage. Everybody is like you said, slowly upgrading, getting better. They're still bad. They're still terrible, but they're better than the week before. They show Uncle Siale training with his kids. Maka practicing in between houses.
It's still like secret.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's all.
They're still trying to hide.
Yeah. I forgot. Right. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, he's practicing his little bit. Everybody's cleaning their instruments. Even Venny's over here playing too. He's practicing. So as they're, towards the end of the montage when they're all back in class practicing, I think they had just done Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right?
Or ABC.
Or ABC.
Or Baba Black Sheep.
Because they're all the same.
All the same.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Samson's just like, they're all
wait a minute.
Yeah. So they finally get through a whole performance. I mean, still a little out of tune, but they've been practicing really hard and, they get through it. And in comes the homie. All right. Yeah. The homie Terrence, all right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Terrence.
With his own trombone.
Bro, what? Woo. Own trombone. He comes right in. And then, immediately you got Maka over here like, what the are you doing here? What are you doing here? And then that's when Samson lets him know, like, nah, bro, I invited, bro. I invited it, man.
He's good. We need people.
Yeah, we need people. We need people for the band. Yeah, he's good. And, Maka's just, he's adamant, like, no, we don't. He's going to be trouble, dude. No, I'm good. And, he's just here for the tickets. That's it. And,
just like you.
Yeah, just like you. Exactly. Yeah, just like you. Shuts him up immediately. Just whatever. So then and then Terrence just starts playing, yeah? I'm sure he talks some shit. I forget what he said.
Yeah, he's like, shh. You hear that? Sounds like I'm just in time to save your useless band.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Bro, they gave him the best lines, bro. They gave him the best lines, bro. Oh, man, he's hilarious, bro. So he talks his shit and then just starts going off.
Yeah.
Right? Starts going on. Well, so Maka was about to initiate another run of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, whatever the fuck. And
see if you can keep up.
Yeah, it's like, Irene, lead us in. And then as soon as she was about to go, that's when freaking Terrence just starts going off, dude. Kill her. Yeah. Yeah.
Just going off, freestyling on the trombone. And everyone's like, oh, damn, Terrence got skills. Terrence got skills on the slidey trumpet.
Yeah.
And Maka's like, not to be outdone. Maka says, Venny, jump in there. And Venny's like, what? He's got his little cornet, tiny trumpet, and he's got to remember different things. But I really like this thing, too. It's a nice little freestyle battle. I got into it.
That was a tight battle, bro. That was tight, man.
back and forth. They were going off. On the second watch, I was like trying to see if they were really playing. I was like, wait, is that timing up right? Is that slide sound right? This really fired up. Everybody in that band room was on their feet, like really seeing this battle. Like two guys that really were playing their instruments very well. So that I feel like that also sparks the team up, right?
Yeah.
It's like you guys were playing, what you were taught, but this is like a whole new energy that you can bring to it and that you can have for these instruments. So Maka reluctantly accepts Terrence to the team. It's like, fine, you can band.
Yeah.
Vinny tries to dap him up, gets ghosted, but now we have we're adding technical players, and so we're getting even better.
So it cuts to
they're doing a little cookout. Just when they're preparing the taro out in the yard.
Yep.
And they're like, Vinny, are you gonna help us? Or are you just going to sit on your phone? He's like, oh, okay. He goes, he grabs one. He cuts too much of it off.
Yeah.
It's like, smack. It's like a whole inch. He's like, oh, Tonga, what are you doing? Making wedges or something? It's like, that taro is expensive here in New Zealand, bro. You got to be real careful with it. But Samson says that in Tongan. So then he doesn't understand what he's saying. He's like,
Pardon?
What?
Pardon?
And then freaking Terrence over here being the hater in Tongan also, now knowing that Venny doesn't even understand what he's saying, he's like, oh, you're that kind of coconut. Hey, brown on the outside, but white on the inside.
Message.
But Maka steps in, and he's like, come on, bro. I got that. Don't worry, I'll do that for you. And he's better. He might not speak Tongan, but he's more Tongan than you. Better to be Fepulea'i than I want to be gangster like yourself.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was a good point, too.
Yeah. And he steps right in and fires that off for him. Oh, sorry. I think I'm lagging a little bit on my timing.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
But he steps right into the circle that all those boys are in, and without needing much background on what the conversation was, fires away for his friend. And that might be something like, I hate Terrence and I don't think he's any good here. I think he's going to be more trouble than he's worth. But also, it was good to see Maka standing up for his friends and for his people here.
Yeah, as selfish as Maka is, I think for sure he's loyal to his people, bro. He's loyal to his homies. He's loyal to his church people. You know what I'm saying? You see how close they are over there, calling each other names and shit, talking shit to each other. Macy Gray, freaking Sideshow Bob. That's some sibling shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, I got this unstableness on my side.
Oh, you good, bro? How man? Yeah, no, I'm good, man.
You're good. All right, yeah, we're back. Yeah, after another successful practice run, Maka is out there telling the band it's okay, but I think we should add more steps in to spice it up a bit. You know what I'm saying? We can do a little better than this. This is too boring.
Yeah.
And Irene's like
Samson for his routine and shit.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That blew me away. He's like, Irene's like, it's hard enough without you complicating it. Samson says, Toko, we need to keep the move simple. And Maka says, no offense, but your moves are low-key whack. And Samson, clearly offense taken. He's like, you think you can do better?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if we want the people to be Mafana when they watch us, we got to bring that Tonganness to it. But the team's like, nah, we're just going to stick to this regular stuff, get our tickets, go to the game. And Venny's like, bro, just think about the free tickets.
Yeah.
And Maka's like, it's not about the tickets.
It's not about the tickets, man. I'm for real trying to put on for my people, I think.
I think this is what that's about. I don't know yet. I haven't changed myself.
Yeah, just shut the hell up. I want these tickets.
We get moved up to the technical rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
And the France team has sent a little French girl singing a French song standing in front of 2 French flags, right? So I thought that was boring, super boring, and that maybe the girl was singing like their anthem or something. But whatever it was, it wasn't. I didn't think it was as hype as they made it look like. Oh, how are you going to follow that? You know?
Yeah. I don't think
just marching in place could beat that. Yeah, spread out.
Yeah.
Play your song.
I don't think they're looking for pizzazz. They're not looking for hype. They're just looking for, you know what I'm saying, control. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for controlled environment, I guess. Something easy, something simple. They're only performing for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for anything crazy, but you know, shit.
They probably don't even care that much like about the content or anything. They just want to make sure it goes through well, right? I mean, I'm sure if there was like some explicit crazy content, they'd be like, you should tweak that, you should change that. But just making sure they don't like crash into each other, slip on ears, fall all over themselves.
Exactly.
You know, something like that. That's what this technical rehearsal is about. It's not getting judged or like evaluated other than just make sure it's good enough and then put them on. Let's make sure our program, our production for this rugby game goes well.
But, hey, no, you're right. That shit was boring as hell. Yeah. Excuse me. that girl boring. That girl corny.
French. And they like applauded it. Someone stood up. I was like, that's gonna hype up the French people at the stadium. They're gonna be like, yeah.
Hey yo, you corny. Hey yo, you corny. Sit down. You corny.
That's gonna get them hyped up. But I mean, that's totally different for the Tongan band that's coming in.
The French, dude.
Oh, I'm sure they get hyped up for their Rugby World Cup. But Uncle Ciala is like, yo, before we go and do our technical rehearsal, let's huddle up. Let's say a prayer. Yeah. Dear Jesus, someone comes right in and is like, hey, wait, hey, you guys are on right now. Like, we didn't say a prayer. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you're on right now. Let's go. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they just get pushed out there. And I was like, okay, this is going to go terribly. We have forsaken the pre-game prayer. Something's going to happen.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point.
Guys, you're supposed to say, chill out. We're going to say a 30-second prayer, right? And then huddle back in, do your prayer. But yeah, anyways, they're out there and they're marching up. They're doing their boring straight line routine. And Maka sees the execs like at the judging table, and they're not feeling it. They're like, whatever. This is a band, I guess. Yeah. So he turns around and he's like, follow me. He's telling the band, and the band's going to have to freestyle a new marching performance choreography or whatever. Yeah. Oh, things are going to go bad. They managed to make a couple U-turns pretty well the first time, right? But Maka's over here freaking juggling. Going through he's got a long ass baton with him too, bro, and he's like knocking people over, hitting people, just barely scooting by him. Yeah, ends up, his brother. He takes his freaking Tauvala off, and it ends up on the end of his baton. He's like, "Oh snap, what?" And his brother's walking away in like his shorts and like underwear or whatever. He flings the Tauvala off. It ends up on Irene's face, blinding her. She knocks into somebody, throws it down. One of the ears comes loose. People are slipping all over him. It is an absolute disaster. Yeah, because Maka had to run an audible because he didn't feel like it was popping enough. It wasn't gonna be good enough. But they weren't looking, like you said, they're not looking for like spark pizzazz. They're just do it right. Just do the technical thing. But Maka's gonna Maka. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
yeah.
It ends up getting them in trouble. Ended up getting them kicked out. Found out that they're not a real marching band. And they're no longer going to be performing. To add insult to injury, Aleki was there to pick up his free tickets from his rugby team and records them knocking into each other. like the horrible performance that went on, and you know that's going to pop up later.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're total disaster.
Yeah.
they're what are they watching the second game, the game before Tonga versus France later in the church hall, and everyone's like, oh, look at all those people having fun, not gonna be us, Maka.
For real,
really laying it into him. And he's like, I was just trying to do it for you guys, trying to make it us and all that. This next part where he goes outside and then he follows him, he's like, man, they're trying to put all the blame on me.
They're only blaming you because it's all your fault. You see, yeah, those two are definitely bros, man. How honest they are with each other. Just hit people like Maka with some honesty, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe he'll rethink his actions. I guess that's all it takes, because he doesn't listen to anybody until you start calling him out on his bullshit. And Venny does that all the time. Well, they all do that to him all the time. He just doesn't fucking listen. So they have their little talk outside. Venny comes in. And we back. Shit, throw this shit on. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, blah, blah, blah. We figured it out. Venny and Maka are outside. They are chopping it up. And it seems like Maka's just oblivious to everybody hating on him and shit. Maybe not oblivious, but he doesn't want to accept that, it is his fault until Venny calls him out. Yeah. Talk about it, Lance. Talk about it. I love to see the whites of your eyes, son.
Why do they always blame me for all the stuff that I do? Yeah. That I'm responsible for putting them in these situations. Why don't people like this? I just didn't ask them for their permission to put them in this plan that I made up for my own devices.
Look, I
kind of saddled them in just because,
Look, man, I'm not trying to shoot any bail to freaking Maka, okay? I'm not. He is definitely a POS. But what does it take to get a POS, under control, man? I guess pure honesty from a good friend?
Yeah, and putting them in a situation where they have to
confront
choose the other people over themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Realize, accept it.
Yeah, accept it. You dick. Fault. It's your damn fault. We was over here using freaking plastic bottles, man. You're over here ruining this shit. You're ruining the technical rehearsal. Fuck. Fucking hell.
Yeah. That's mostly Maka's fault. Almost all Maka's fault. And the people continually bail him out.
Yeah.
But
results. Results. The ends means whatever. But fuck it, I'll just do it at the expense of my people. I'll just step on their necks to get to the top.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro. Nah, that's nasty. Nasty work. But it was another thing with the catchphrase that they say throughout the movie. I love the callbacks, the constant recurring jokes. Have I ever let you down?
Did your boy ever let you down?
Yeah. Constantly. And the different ways they say it throughout, I think it's 3 times they say it, Yeah. Obviously a marker for where they're at in the story and their relationship, all depending on tone or whatever. So yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
It's all together, dude. Yeah. So he's definitely disappointed in him constantly. This time around is when Venny's just like, yeah, I'm actually really disappointed in you right now. Yeah. And that's when freaking Maka starts, getting the message. He finally gets it, right? So cuts back to Venny's house, the one with the Tongan decorations all Tonganed up, and everybody's back over there at Venny's house to clean it all up because the landlord saw it and was just like, dude, get that shit down. Come on, man. So everybody's helping Venny clean up, and Maka shows up. Maka shows right back up, and I guess he's just a changed-ass man now. He has one conversation with Venny. He's just like, dude, actually, you know what? After 20-plus years of being a dick, he's just like, dude, you know what, Venny? You're right, dude.
I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
talk to him, Lance.
Yo, you see the horror on their faces when he picks up one of the flags and starts folding it. They're like, "Who the hell is this? Excuse me, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm helping." They're like, "Who kidnapped you? Who kidnapped Maka? Who the hell are you?" But he's talking like, "Yo, guys, we can do this together. I know how we can do this. We just have to figure out a whole different routine than the one we did at the technical rehearsal. Guys, listen, guys. We just need to learn a new routine. No one can level up like we can. Yeah. If we're going to go out there and march, then we need to do it the way we do everything else. Tongan style, 100% mafana. And everyone's getting super hyped up. They're like, yo, we can do this. We just got to show our people. He's like, exactly. You guys are the most Tongans here. You guys fly all the flags, everything you have, your car, your desk, your house, your phones are all decked out in Tongan spirit, Tongan logos, flags, memorabilia. We are the most Tongan people here, and we have to show that to the world. Yeah. And everyone gets super hyped up. They're like, fuck yeah, we can do it. Let's do it for the motherland, bro. God and Tonga is our inheritance. That is like, they're just saying, they're getting hyped up. Everyone's pumped, cheering. And then they're like, kind of wears down. It's like, okay, well, so what does this really mean? What are we doing?
Yeah, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? So, he doesn't tell him the plan right then and there. Oh no, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he says, we're going to come up with a whole new jam. One so mean that Roja will have to let us perform in the game. That's when he was bigging everybody up in the circle,
Yep.
Ciale, a couple weeks ago, you were playing a tuba through a plastic bottle. Now you can play the tuba.
Yeah.
Samson, he was just giving his flowers to everybody in the circle. So he tells them that we're going to come up with a new routine. And from there, it cuts to Roja leaving her office again. And freaking Maka is over there waiting for her ass like a freaking stalker. Just waiting outside the building. And then he goes and, confronts her, lets her know like, hey, look, I know we mucked up our chances the first time, but if you just give us a second shot, and Roja's immediately like, no, dude. No. You
lied to me.
Yeah, you lied to me.
You never had a band.
Exactly.
You made a fool out of yourself, and you made a fool out of me.
Yeah, and then Maka starts a freaking scene to this. I wrote this in the notes. I was like, coercion? Are you coercing her to fucking listen to you? Don't do that. Don't be a dick like that, bro. Like, oh yeah, well, Tongans are better than Maoris. And then that's when they had the whole crowd like,
it's because you're jealous. You won't let us perform because you're jealous, and that Tongans are better than Maoris.
Freaking DJ Scratch.
Everyone's like, what? They're in New Zealand. Yeah. It's like everyone in the park turns around and looks at him. He's like, I don't really mean that. I love everybody equally, but now that I've got your attention,
face this way.
Hey, baton gets thrown in.
Yeah, that dude, I was tripping at that. I was like, who the fuck do that? And then, so baton gets flown in out of nowhere, and that's when he shows off the brand new routine with the team. Right?
Yeah.
Gets everybody involved. He uses the entire common area wherever they're at, to perform this new routine that got everybody hyped. It's all very well put together, well choreographed, everybody playing their part magnificently. It was hard. And you said that Flash performance of Scribes Not Many. I ain't never heard that song before this.
Ooh. Do you think we could play it here right now?
Shit, do what you will, bro. Figure that out.
Oh my gosh, there was this is a banging ass song. I think Savage is on it too.
Nice.
He's gonna be on the remix. But this song goes so freaking hard. I will play it in a second. You never heard this one though?
Nah, I never heard it. Never heard it. I'm not hip to New Zealand rap like that. New Zealand hip hop. I should be though.
I feel like this was an old one. I want to say 2003 or 4.
As soon as I see Scribe, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely early to mid 2000s. That's right, is.
You see this?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Oh my god, bro, looks straight out of Def Jam.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Share the audio.
Okay. Maybe we'll cut this part out.
Yeah. You watch Papa Me too?
I don't.
Oh, I was like, what the?
What is it? Papa Me?
No.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah, I was like, what the? Hell yeah. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Shout out, subscribe. This one off of the Crusader. Yeah, whatever year it was. That shit goes hard.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah. No, I'm not as hip to New Zealand rap like that, but yeah, I love their performance in the park or the common area, wherever it was. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So Aroha's just like, all right, dude. All right. Yeah.
Pretty good.
What really convinced her was, not only the performance, but was him like passionately letting her know, like, hey, y'all was looking for y'all were looking for performers from here in Wellington. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are, the game's over here, and show some local Tongan love. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when she was like, yeah, you're right. You're back on, right?
Yeah. She's you guys screwed me over, but this was such a great technical performance also, like different levels coming from different areas and still able to put on a together show. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
And really showed Aroha that, we can get these guys in. And hopefully they don't embarrass me, even though she knows that they are a made-up band. Yeah. She's like, oh, but you guys are for real now. You guys are actually put on these good performances. They're a week away from the big game. And Samson is playing his cornet in the house. He's over here talking to Venny, and they're, things are looking good, but we need uniforms. We still need funding and stuff to get everything together. But as far as, our performance, things are looking pretty good. And the whole band is coming in with different stuff that's like, look, we got tops for our uniforms and stuff. And they have all their instruments, and the mom and dad show up. They're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, Maka looking like Super Mario and shit with the overalls.
Yeah, the red and the blue overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're questioning him and like, yo, what's going on? He's like, I thought I told you no band.
Yeah.
And Maka's like, Dad, but I know you said no band, but we're really good. And people get really excited about it. We're doing really good. He's like, no. Get this out of my face. And Venny's like, we're really been working really hard, putting a lot of time in it. It's doing really good. I'm going to step in and vouch for my boy. And the dad's like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Get this out of our face.
Yeah.
And then Samson even is like, I know you're very disappointed in your son's actions, but I can tell you that Maka, his spirit is good, and he's trying to help us rally together, and he's doing a really good job getting us together.
His heart is in the right place, dude.
Yeah. Still on the fence. Rob has to jump in. The older brother has to be like, Mom, check out these videos. The video of them performing at like the boardwalk or outside with the Aroha. This is how good we are. And she's like, oh, dang, you guys are good. Yeah. And you should be down there on the field with us when we perform, Mom. And she's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't play any instruments.
You just wave the flag. Come on. She's like, okay, I can do that. What should I wear? So I was like, oh, snap. Can we do this?
Yeah, for real.
And the dad's like, fine, you can perform.
Yeah.
But you can't go out there looking like a bunch of Muppets. It's like, all right, let's get us some uniforms. And again, Maka was talking to Venny about the uniforms and him being worried about not being able to get stuff. And he says, the good Lord will provide. Don't worry, bro. And less than 5 minutes later, we got uniforms getting set up for these guys, the whole community coming together, getting them measured out. We're doing more training, but now it's not in hiding. It's not in the shadows. Now it's in the light, and the community can help. They can practice anywhere. There's more space. The people are all together, getting the uniforms sewn together, getting freaking telling Terrence his fake gold looks bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right, cuz. Just put these over here. Trying to act like he's not hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's a good point, man. The entire community coming together to help him. I thought it was just the mom.
Yeah.
Then there were other ladies in there who weren't in the band but were part of the church who was helping out. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So things are going good. The preparation, less than a week left to go. Vinny, going to church when he doesn't usually go to the church with them, learning Tongan dance moves when he's like got that plastic kind of feel to it. He's like, I don't know how to do this, but they're taking the time to train him up. Doing all these different practices and rehearsals, and they're getting really good. And the people are in on it and excited about it with the band, right? Yeah. They're excited for them to represent Tonga. So, at this dinner, when we're wrapping up that montage, the dad, Reverend Pita, gets a call, and it's from Reverend Hansel, the leader, Nathaniel Lees.
Hey, you better chill out, bro. My guy's last
Hansel
ever again.
Nathaniel Hansel.
Yeah, Hansel.
The whole time in my notes, I was just like, Nathaniel Lees judgingly looks down. Nathaniel Lees says, "Come to my office." You fools in here.
Yeah.
And he's at the head of the table in his reverend office with other, OG reverends or whatever sitting there.
Yeah.
And he's showing the dad, Reverend Pizza, Aleki's video of their technical rehearsal fail. And Aleki's like, this video's gone viral. And I'm like, why do you think these guys know what that means? Shut up. Sit your ass down. You're just being an instigator and a hater right now. Showing the dad other stuff. Look at them doing their flashy, trumpet moves. And the dad's like, see, look, they're getting better. But Nathaniel Lees, I'm sorry, Hansel.
Nathaniel Lees, yeah.
Yeah. Is this how you want to be representing the church? Representing Tonga? It's one thing to let your son dance like a fool in your own church, but you can't let him do it in front of the whole world.
Dude, after he said that, I was like,
fight.
Dude.
A fool? You calling my son a fool?
Did you just call my son a fool, dude?
Yeah.
Nathaniel Lees. Yeah.
But the dad steps up. The dad's like, I think my son's an idiot. I've said it in the first 5 minutes of this movie, obviously. But he believes Maka and his band can make us all proud.
Yeah.
And Nathaniel Lees is like, nah, I'm sorry, Reverend Pizza. We do not share the faith that you have in your son. And we will not be embarrassed in front of everyone. Our decision is that Maka's band will not perform at the World Cup. It's like,
what?
Handed down the edict.
Yeah, man. So cuts to Reverend Pita walking out of the office, looking sad and sullen. You know what I'm saying? He's got his son, and the band is over there chilling with him. Got Maka, Vinny, all of them waiting on what he has to say. And Reverend Pita lets him know, like, hey, look, can't have you doing it. But we've come to an agreement. All right? None of the flashy stuff. Just stick with the old Tongan hymn that you guys were practicing and keep it simple. And Maka is obviously like, what? Why? You know what I'm saying? Another PK. You know what I'm saying? Pastor's kid questioning, like, dude, why? Dad? And then his dad was just adamant about it, like, look, no. And like that kind of messed me up, because it's like you see the reverends in like your local churches who are actually beholden to people who are above them, which is so crazy to me, the hierarchy system within the church. Yeah. And for people to have to answer to that when it's like, this is I don't know, that was just
choose that over your family, having to like feel like that's getting sunned, like, instead of taking up for your son. That's like, ugh.
Yeah, and he did, though. Like, he was just like, dude, nah, they're actually really good, But then, with freaking the people in power.
I thought that was also another point for the dad, that they said, you will not perform. Your son's band will not perform. And then he worked out like a little negotiation because he fought. He was like, well, let them at least do something. They've worked so hard. They've been training. And he came outside and he's like, I know this is not what you want to hear, but you can perform only if you do that old ass tired shit.
Yeah.
Like none of the Tonganness, Mafana-ness that you want to get. And nah, don't do that. You're just going to do a very reserved, conservative, not embarrassing. Like lowering the risk prevention. We don't want to do anything too poppy. Just chill.
Yeah.
And this hurts Maka. Like maybe entitled, but like he's like, we've trained so hard. This feels like not fair, and it's not because this Nathaniel Lees is being a jerk.
Yeah.
We get
like I started feeling for this fool Maka, bro. Like as much like throughout the whole movie, you're just like, dude, fucking idiot. Why? And then finally, like when it finally seems like everything was going right for him, and then this happens, it's like, oh shit. Now I'm starting to feel for Maka, bro, because he actually putting in the work with the team. So, damn it.
Yeah, same. I'm feeling the same thing. I'm like, oh man, he's like trying and he's not being allowed to do it.
So from there it cuts to is that another montage? Oh no, it's not. They're about to board the bus to go to the stadium, right? Mm-hmm. So they're about to board the bus to get in the stadium, and you see it on Maka's face. Everybody sees it, he's bothered, but he's resigned to doing the old school stuff, the old Tongan hymn, just doing it doing not the new stuff that they were practicing. He's just resigned to it. Seems like he's just given up, but he's I think he's just happy to just still be there for his, for the band and shit. But
yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's about the rugby game anymore. It's definitely more about like being able to perform and hype up the crowd and kind of contribute that way. And so I think that shift is part of why we feel for Maka now. Because we're like, damn, he's just trying to do the right thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we all mess up sometimes, dog. We all, we all fall short of the glory of God, my guy.
Yeah.
Come on. His heart is in the right place.
Look, man, his actions were despicable, bro. His actions were definitely despicable, bro.
I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna sell you later. I'm gonna repay you back some other time. Take that money.
$1,000 from the church. I'm gonna do this. Yeah.
Schemer. But we're seeing some change, and and that was through. I feel like a lot of the community helped him work through that change and build him up for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, really accepting him again over and over back into the fold when he would mess up. But
exactly.
Like,
so
charismatic.
He gets back on the bus, and he gets on the bus. Gives his mom a hug before boarding, and you can tell you can sense a little iciness between him and his dad. He's not outright mad at him. He's just sad that he can't do it the way they want. Gets on the bus, and that's when Maka's mom, lets her know, or lets her husband know, like, hey, sometimes we listen to our people, but sometimes we got to listen to our kids.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God.
You know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. You know what to do.
Yeah. As they're driving over, there's like different sounds and shots of like how hyped the crowd is for that game. And in that area, we hear over like the radio announcers talking about how hyped up the fans and the crowd have been. But it's the Tongan fans that have been the real standout in this World Cup. Roger, yes, I think they bring more passion and energy than all the other countries combined. The red and white colors of Tonga have been everywhere.
I just want to throw that in there again.
They get into their stadium. The crowd is getting hyped up. Tonga versus France, the big game here in Wellington. Masked luchador Tongan super fan is there right at the midfield point with where Maka's dad, Reverend Pita, is sitting. Mm-hmm. And he's talking to him. He's like, man, this is really dope to see. Man, this gave me a lot of Korg feeling and sound.
The way he talked? Oh, shit.
Man, can you believe it? It's like a dream come true, eh? Look at all the beauty of our people, eh? It's a beautiful thing. It's like, oh, Reverend Pizza's like, damn, you're right. This is like bigger than me or the church. And he looks up over his shoulder and he sees Nathaniel Lee's up there looking down on him, like, yeah, your son better do that tired old ass shit.
I like the way Nathaniel Lee's be looking down on people too. You fools.
Oh, man.
We don't share the same sentiment.
I am more preachy than you. Cut down under the tunnel, Aroha and Maka. She's like, he's whatever. Are you feeling off? This better not be another bad day for you guys. My name's on the line again, okay? He's like, no, it's gonna be all good. And you can see that he doesn't want to perform this old tired stuff because he doesn't think it's gonna hype people up. But he's starting to just be like, I'm just gonna do this for my family and listen to them finally.
Yeah, I don't know if it's honestly about doing the old tired shit. I think it's because he was shut down on doing something that they worked really hard on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you just said it right. Like, it didn't matter about the routine itself. He was just glad to be out there with his, with his band and shit, about to watch this game. But I think he finally, he hit that revelation, like, okay, but it's like, you fucked us, man. All right, we put in an extra week to do this entire new routine, and we can't do it because your fucking ass, Nathaniel Lee's.
Right, so it's Nathaniel Lee's, right, that he's thinking of when he was like, cockblocker, you're totally not letting us do the performance to the level that we want to the tenacity, the passion, show like that force that they have, but you're not letting us do it, and I feel bottled up and I'm real messed up. But we're gonna do an opening prayer song here, everyone get in a circle. And I feel like this was a 2-minute song, right? Acapella singing. This is 2 minutes of the movie, from when Laki starts it off to everyone joining in, Maka staring into the middle of the circle before joining in late, and his like singing kind of feeling like it was transformative in a way that, I'm here for these people in this circle, for these people in the stands. I'm not here for that jerk reverend that wants to hate on, our spirit and passion. But
I thought
we're still
start crying. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought so too. Yeah. I was getting teary-eyed through that whole thing. I was like,
what?
Anytime you get like an a cappella group singing together, island songs, hymnals, and like people, that's just a spiritual feeling. Like, bro, that shit lifts you from the stomach.
Man, does it, bro? Like, no sarcasm. That shit had me tearing up too. I was like, oh shit. And like you said, when he was looking down and then he joins in late, I was like, oh my God, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he understands now. He freaking feels it, dude. He gets it. Yeah, man. So
that was a good scene.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It reminds me of, again, next goal wins, and some of the best parts from the movie was when they was together like that singing, bro. So yeah, man. Definitely love scenes like that. So they're singing the song, beautiful rendition. They end it. Maka gives everybody hugs, you know what I'm saying? Terrence and Irene. Good Lord. And then that's, everybody's hyped. Everybody's excited. You know what I'm saying? As sad as they are about not doing the original routine. Well, as sad as Maka is not doing the original or the new routine, he's, like we said, he's just happy to be there with his homies. Now everybody is hyped. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes and congratulates him on being able to pull it off. And then that's when the final, has your boy ever let you down? And then Venny happily says, constantly. You know what I'm saying? So full circle. You know what I mean? Full circle. They're in a way better place than they were in the middle of the movie. And yeah, everybody's just fired up to come. And then that's when Reverend Pita makes his freaking entrance.
Everyone looks up the hallway of the tunnel. They're like, whoa.
They look up and they clear the way for him to talk to his son. You know what I'm saying? So he comes out and says to Maka, because you can see Reverend Pita, it's bothering him, you know what I'm saying? He wants his son to be happy, his wife putting it, drilling that idea in his ear, you know what I'm saying? So he says, son, the most important thing is you're happy and the band has fun. If that happens, we'll all be proud. Son, I'm very proud of you. Go and do it your way. Oh, bro. bro. I mean, just to wear that on after the prayer, you know what I'm saying? Look at you, like just looking at that. I'm like, oh my god, I wish someone, bro. I wish someone could tell me they're proud of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, and that's what boils it down for me, bro. Like, oh, now that we're talking about it now, like I think that's all Maka ever wanted was someone to tell him that he was proud of him. You know what I'm saying? As corny as that is, maybe, but I mean. Ain't nobody because this fool was just always cooking up harebrained ass schemes and nobody was feeling him. And then he finally does something to be, he finally worked hard on something that, is about to bear fruit. And he's finally just like, dude, I'm proud of you, dude. I think that's all he ever wanted. He just wanted his dad to be proud of him, dude.
I'm standing out there, sitting in that stand, and what you guys are about to be a part of, I understand now. It's bigger than all this. But that son, I'm proud of you. It lingered a little bit and it hit fucking hard. Like that, you could see that hammer go straight into Maka's chest.
Bro.
And he's like, damn, okay. Yeah. I'm really doing something. And my dad realizes it. And like I don't have to like push it anymore. My dad like really loves and is proud of me and wants me to do it our way. And be happy. So now it's like, fuck Nathaniel Lees.
Yeah, for real. Fuck you, dog. Fuck you, dog. Yeah, I love like right before they go up to, after River Pizza tells him he's proud. I love when was it I think it was before he showed up though, was when Maka's mom was giving everybody hugs and shit. And then she gives a hug to Terrence and then tells him that she's proud of him too. And then he's just like, choking back tears and shit. The fucking gangster, bro. And then that's yeah. And that's when Irene was just like, dude, keep it solid. And talking, keep it solid, dude. Ote.
Yeah. She's like, you're
hilarious.
Oh, she's like, your family will be proud of you too, right? They're gonna see him. And like he's always been running around. People make fun of him as like a wannabe gangster that's not legit, that like does scammy stuff just as much as Maka might, right? Yeah. But now seeing them out there putting on for their country, for the Kingdom of Tonga, the family's gonna be like, "Oh, that's Terrence. That's my nephew. Oh, bro, man, you don't know my son. Oh, yeah, that's my uncle."
Exactly.
And they're really gonna be proud of him. That's putting on.
Yeah. So, after all the motivational stuff, all the crying, you know what I'm saying? They are informed by the same stage manager from earlier. 5 minutes. Y'all about to be on time. 5 minutes. And they're hyped. And they head out into the field, and the climactic scene we've all been waiting for. You know what, bro? I thought they were going to try to pull some slick shit and not show the performance and then just cut to them being at the World Cup. I don't know. I just baked up that scenario in my head. I was like, dude, please
trauma from Mexico wins.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, please don't do that. Please show the routine. I want to see the routine. And luckily, you know what I'm saying? The routine was friggin' awesome, dude. Their song was the Black Eyed Peas song.
That first one.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling.
Starts off traditional, you know what I'm saying? And it cuts between the crowd and the band and
already fired up before these guys start performing. But when they get on with their like Tongan colors and the band, and they make a point in this movie to show how the hype continues to grow from the band doing a good job and performing and showcasing different Tongan colors, Tongan dances. Mm-hmm. They stop to do like a Siva Tonga with the boys. They jump out in front of their instruments and they're dancing, and that really hypes up the crowd to see representation of their cultural dances out there on the field. Hype! Crowd is through the roof. There is no roof. They busted the roof out of the stadium, right?
Yeah.
And they're just continuing to pump it up. They change songs. I think it's Spirit in the Sky before doing a bunch of other, they're moving. It's a pretty good performance. And it obviously is doing what it's supposed to do for any pregame performance, and it's getting people hyped up.
Yeah.
the dad looks back at Nathaniel leaves. He like gives him a like, I told him this is cool with me.
Yeah,
I'm cool with this. And that Reverend, he's also looking around. He's sitting next to his jerkhead son, but he's looking around and he can't deny how hyped the crowd is getting, how pumped up, how not embarrassing this is, what they're doing on the field, and how actually pro Tonga and respectful and building it can be for them. Yep. So he's eventually like, yeah, they go to my congregation.
Yeah, for real.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm in charge of his dad.
Yeah. I'm in charge of
this freaking guy.
Yeah, Nathaniel Lees, you suck, bro. You suck in this movie.
But the dad's like showing how proud he is of his son. And he's talking to people in the crowd. He talks over to the masked band, Tongan super fan, and he's like, "That's my son's band."
Yeah,
that's that's my son. That's my son down there. He's really hyped up. He's like, "Oh man, they're awesome. That's great."
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. One sec.
Oh man, press that shit, dog. Okay, shit. I mean, we're at the end of it, man. We're at the end of it, you know. Everybody's hyped. Everybody's in love with the band. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ties up perfectly, you know. And it cuts to a black title screen almost, right? Mm-hmm. It was all black, I think. Yeah. And then the text comes up, says Tonga wins. No, it wasn't black text. It was previews of the actual game. It was clips of the actual game.
Yeah.
Tonga had won. They upset the French team.
Yeah.
You know, they were underdogs. They won 19-14. And so from there, it cuts to Maka and Veni in the crowd at the Rugby World Cup. You know, and it ends on this last quote, which is on October 1st, 2011, the Tongan rugby team beat France 19-14. They credited their win first to God and then to the overwhelming support of their fans. The Taulanga U band is still going strong to this day. End credits, end of movie.
Photo
montage that tripped us out, okay? This is what's going on, right? So they show the photo montage since this is based on a true story, right? Side by side. On the left, on the left, they actually have, you know, the real life characters that everybody was based on. On the right, they have stills from the movie, okay? So they're showing JP Foliaki and his brother. I forget his brother's name. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right there. Yo, Maka does look like a troublemaker, bruh. Yeah. Looks like a straight up troublemaker, man.
They're actually in the class. They're actually praying before in the same outfits.
Exactly.
Yeah, this was crazy. Yeah. But then, like you said, the biggest surprise here was the casting they did for the parents.
For the parents. Okay, this is what we're looking at here. This is Reverend Pita from the movie, and apparently from real life. They casted Maka and Ra's real parents for this movie as their parents. That's crazy, bro. Unless I'm totally wrong, somebody confirm that for us, but that is so crazy, bro.
These look like the same people.
Yeah, the exact same people. So I'm like, please, somebody confirm this, but what the hell is going on? That's tight. That is so tight that they did that, bro. Yeah, definitely the biggest surprise of the entire movie was that the parents, Maka's parents in the movie, were their real life parents. And I mean, it just makes this movie that much cooler, bro. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I thought they were professional actors.
Hey, for real, bro. Yeah. And it kind of makes sense because, like, I was saying earlier, like Reverend Pita, it's like he wasn't even acting. It's like he was talking to his son for real. You know what I'm saying? And the mom is a natural. She was hilarious, bro. She was a natural, dude. Did you take acting classes or something? Because she was good. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah. Red, White, and Brass, a really good movie, man. Definitely some themes going on in this movie, as always. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one to really hyper focus on. I feel like there was a lot that it touched on without being too, without it being overt, I guess. Yeah. the first one, like I was saying earlier, was like religion. You know what I'm saying, and how prevalent it is in our culture. Like it's literally the center of the movie is a freaking Tongan church youth group. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's always a good touch to see, and also how pastors' kids. I don't know how. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? But there's always that stereotype within our community of pastors' kids and how, like, I guess they're wild and stuff, but also like they don't listen. I've known plenty of pastors' kids who were
scared.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've known plenty of pastors' kids who were straight wild child. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was cool to see that. Cool to see that perspective. But also, like I feel like they touched on just a little bit, right? Just being an outsider in your own community with Venny. Venny was a good stand-in for what this was called the plastic Tongan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was, there's a lot going on in this movie, but I think probably my favorite theme was the one that we learned like towards the end with Maka's parents and Maka's mom telling them like, yo, we got to listen to our kids. I think that is just a very mature way of looking at things, right? As a parent, especially as an old school Tongan or Samoan parent who don't even think to listen to their children at all. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. But yeah, what did you think, man? What themes did you have for this movie when you was watching it?
You have no faith, my friend. The good Lord will provide.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just like definitely Maka's like just outlandishness sticks out. Yeah. That like everything's gonna work out, everything goes my way. But I think like a big theme could be like that representation of the Tongan community and that like I'd say Tongan resilience to all these things coming, getting thrown at them, to continue to be like super headstrong and like, nah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make this come true. Yeah. And just like, yeah, this movie shows that you just keep putting your mind into it and plugging away, and eventually everyone's going to help you achieve your goal because you need a lot of help. And even if you don't ask for it, just the strength of a community can buoy you up into make something great of yourself. Like, I think...
What?
Oh, I was going to say Maka, like, eventually became... willing to sacrifice and selfless, and wanting to do that performance, even though it wasn't the new stuff that he wanted to do and he thought could get the crowd hype. He was still going to do it for Tonga. So that's what we wanted it to be about. We wanted, like, if you're going to do this thing to hype up the people, it needs to be for that. It doesn't need to be for free tickets into the rugby game just because you keep messing up tickets and doing all that. But yeah, I like this movie a lot.
Yeah. Straight up. Me too, man. I got to watch it some more. It definitely has a lot of replayability. That's going to be a big one for me. Nice. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot what else I was going to say about it. I think it'll come to me later as we do the
You want to do the rubric?
Yeah, we can do the rubric, bro.
Final scores for red, white, and brass. Starting with rewatchability. Out of 2.
Out of 2. 2 out of 2. Great movie to watch by yourself or with the homies, with your family. Hilarious. I think a lot of the jokes landed in this. So it's a great watch. 2 out of 2.
I also give it a 2 out of 2.
Hey.
Definitely will be checking it out again. But I feel like it loses some vibe of it because in the beginning, Maka is just like so annoying and out there. But yeah, definitely... Yeah, still gets it 2 out of 2.
I guess I identify more with very annoying characters, being an annoying character myself. So I get.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm annoying as shit. So I was just like, dude, Maka's he's gonna figure it out in the end, dude.
What would you say is your most annoying thing that you do?
Oh, over explain shit. Oh my God, dude! Hold on, I need to write a list out.
I think you can take your time with that list. I don't think you're.
This is like, nah, man, definitely over explaining shit. But yeah, all right, go on.
I'm like, maybe because we're always podcasting, that's like a really good thing for us.
Yeah, I guess, but like, yeah, man.
Please explain it. Let's listen to what we're saying and what we're thinking.
He's ranting. All right, go on.
Casting 3 out of 3 points.
I give it a 3. Everyone did their part beautifully. Everyone's great. Even the fringe characters, Uncle Siale, Laki. Yeah, freaking hilarious, bro. Irene, well, I mean, she wasn't fringe. She had a lot of speaking lines, bro. I just have a huge crush on Irene. She was awesome. But 3 out of 3, yeah. For the casting, everybody played their part perfectly, man. Even Aleki, he made me hate him, and that's probably the mark of a good character. So
yeah, he was on screen for like 80 seconds, and we were all like, "Look at this asshole!" You know
what I'm saying? POS for sure, bro.
Good job. Good job. Well done, sir. For
real. All right, what about you, dog?
I gotta give it a 3. Oh man, just the parents being the same people,
bro. Exactly, right? That should be like a 10 out of 3, bro.
Yeah,
for
you
real,
get
like,
bonus points for that. That was dope.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, and they fit in perfectly, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, possible 5 points you can give.
Soundtrack. I'll give it a 5, man. I'll give it a 5. I just love when movies that are centered around Polynesians from New Zealand, like they put on our people as far as the music. So I love hearing, even the rendition of their, of their performance in the common area with Scribe. I didn't know that was him that they were playing. So that's hard, bro. Even the stuff in the scene for when they're trying to show off to Aroha was, a local musician. So that's always cool. 5 out of 5.
I also give it a 5. Timely music. The music is correct. The sounding is good. It plays when it should be playing. Definitely transitions, montages. Also helps set the scene. Shout out to Three Houses Down. Mm-hmm. Is that a New Zealand band? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
So 3 Doors Down, I feel like is a rock band. Yeah. So 3 Houses Down did the music on this one. They had like General Fire, some other people, but a lot of their songs were used for this, and I feel like timely and well timed where the songs were put. So I also give it a 5.
Nice.
Let's go with cinematography out of possible 6 points.
Out of the possible 6 points, I found no problems with it, man. It was shot really well. You know what I'm saying? No crazy lens flares, no unnecessary shots. Nothing was wasted. 6. 6 cinematography. Yeah, everything
full out.
Yeah. The way they brought New Zealand to life. I mean, shit, that movie did just come out last year, so I would hope it would look good, but it looks really good. All the scenes most of the scenes took place in the church hall, the stadium, and Maka's house. So there wasn't really that many sets, but like seeing the location of New Zealand is always a good thing. So 6.
Those stadium shots. Felt really powerful. Like even the empty ones when they were in the empty stadium really showed how vast and big that area was. Definitely had some callbacks to Ted Lasso and those like English soccer stadiums and how huge and pumped up those are every week. But the look and like the vibrancy of this movie I thought was on point. I'm also giving it a full 6 for cinematography.
Nice.
Bright. Happy, going with the movie. Really, that's what the movie was shooting for. Islander flair, happiness.
Straight up.
All right, editing and directing at a possible 7 points.
There's nothing technically wrong with the edit, and the direction. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's why I should dock some points for it, because there's nothing really that stands out too much. Out of a possible 7, you said?
Mhm.
I'll give it a 5. As far as editing and direction, nothing was really wrong with it. I thought everything fit well, but I mean, nothing really extraordinary either. Very, very middling. So, a couple points off. I'll give it a 5 out of 7.
I really like the pace. Like it was only an hour 40. I mean, it did sometimes, I guess, slow down in certain places, but those I felt were the right kind of sad moments or like going through stressful times kind of situations. And I think they highlighted like the isolation of being blamed for everything going wrong.
Ooh.
Or like the fast pace. I mean, we did get a bunch of montage scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those kind of felt like they broke up the pacing of it a little bit, but also just jumping forward through a short time. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 7.
Nice.
Let's go with acting. How did our actors do out of a possible 8 points?
I'm inclined to give them a full 8 just because, again, with the parents, I mean, they fit in so well, bro. They acted really well. I mean, I expect good acting from everyone else, but to find out that the parents were the actual parents of Maka and Rob, and to see them fit in so well with the cast, I mean, 8 out of 8 from me, bro. They did a good job.
Everybody did a good job, even side actors. Nathaniel Lees is up there. The parents killed it. This felt like real situation with like a real dynamic between best friends, or like a guy that gets everything wrong in his congregation or his family.
Right. I felt like I recognized Maka immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like I know someone like him. He played it so well. And Venny too. The plastic. You know what I'm saying? All the archetypes within our community, they played it up really well. Serious ass Irene, the only female in the group. You know what I'm saying? 8. What about you?
Out of 8, I just feel like everything was right, but didn't like super blow me away. So I'm gonna go 7.
Oh.
Let's go writing script out of 9.
Oh.
How entertaining, enthralling is the story? How good's the dialogue? Is it quotable? The twists?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. You said the writing, right? This is the last one. Oh, no. Legacy. Sorry. Writing out of 9. Solid script. Solid script. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hit their beats. John Paul Foliaki played his part really well. Everything fit seamlessly. The writing was really, it was done really well. But I'm trying to. I don't want to give it a 9 across the board. And I mean, I could, but
I mean, it's good.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, I wish there was some. I think this is nitpicking, but I wish there was like a little more development with the side characters because they were interesting too. Like they played them so well that I wanted more about the other side characters, like Irene. I mean, I know I keep bringing up Irene as you know what I'm saying, but like
I wanted to see more Irene.
I just want more Irene. No, no. I just wish they expanded on some of the other side characters in the movie. Lockie, like, why is he so close with this fool Maka, I guess, or something like that. There's someone else that I wanted. Samson, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to know Samson's, more background on him. Like, how the fuck did he end up at freaking Terrence's house? Is Terrence his relative? Like, what, he ended up,
it's like some
I was confused.
Distant relative that he managed to get the visa to come over for.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess
I'm gonna claim him on my taxes, G, and he can live outside in the folly.
I think just the fact that I want more screen time with the other side characters, probably, and that's not even a detriment on them. They played it so well that I want to know more about them. So, I'll give it an 8.
What do I have here? What do I have? A 7.
7. Yeah.
I thought the story was great. The writing was good. The characters were freaking infuriating or understandable. I really related to it and got into this and enjoyed freaking watching through it and all the crazy stuff that happens and just being astonished that it continues to go on more crazy stuff. Oh, we're going to try this whole new routine. Oh, we're going to have to battle this deacon who's being a jerk. Everything keeps going for this movie. But no crazy twists. We knew the bad guy was Nathaniel Lee's being super judgy. We hoped and got the dad standing up, for the son, and Maka gets bailed out at the end and becomes a good person. It's, it works. So I give it a 7 there. All right.
I also wanted Foliaki to fucking get his comeuppance because he was a dickhead.
Yeah, something more than just his dad telling him to stand up and clap.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted his comeuppance, but, again, credit to the actor.
It's Foliaki, acknowledge him.
Yeah, acknowledge him. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Our final category for our final scores is legacy / impact at a possible 10 points.
Yeah, this one's going to get knocked off. It only came out last year, but really good. It's a really good movie for what it is. Legacy and impact, I'll give it a strong 7. I think it's that good. I think it'll stand the test of time. It's a really well-written story, and the fact that it's based on a true story, this stuff really happened, I think that has a lot going for it because of that. So 7. I'd give it a 10 if this came out maybe 10 years ago, but 7 for now.
It just needs more time to spread because I feel like even seeing the trailers of this movie, I was like, oh, that's something I feel like I'd like to watch. It still took me over a year to, a year and a movie podcast to see, to open this one up and fire it up. I am extremely happy that we reviewed this movie and that we've added it kind of to the library because good, great music. It's a party. This is one of those you can sit down and rewatch. You can play it in the background and kind of hear different parts of it or different songs that are coming up. Yeah. So I think it's gonna grow. Hopefully more people see it. We know it made, was that 4 or 2 million? 2 in New Zealand box office. It got different festivals across the world, in LA, in Hawaii. It was New Zealand's #1 movie in the box office in 2023.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it's just going to take time to kind of grow and increase its legacy. But I think it's got all the pieces to be something that people love for a long time. So I'm giving it a 7.
Straight up.
Out of 10, already good, but could become straight up classic, cult classic. The longer it goes and the more people are like, oh, you never seen Red, White, and Brass? Bro, I got it right here. Watch this.
Yeah.
You got an hour and 40 minutes. Come on.
Yeah.
So our final scores for Red, White, and Brass. I gave it a 43. You gave it a total of 44.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Good movie.
Pretty damn good movie. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. I'm spitting everywhere. Shit. Like I said, if you made it this far, we appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and watch this movie, man. Red, White, and Brass. Really good. Directed by Damon Fepulea'i. Hit us up on the Polytickin Network. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on all of our socials. Oh, hello, Marcus. At Polynesian. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere, bro. Hit up the network for the other shows too. We got the Polytickin podcast and we got Way Back Wednesday with the boys. All right. And if there's anything else for them, what's the deal, bro?
That's it. Roll the credits. We're out.
Roll the credits. Leave a comment, rating. Do what you need to do. Go far. This is the Movie Boys. Bye. All right.
Peace.
Good night. Go far.